Hey everyone, Fracture Metal here, and I'm yet again using only ice types against Airy. And I'm not using that Frostlass this time because I feel like it would probably be a bit too unfair. Although, I found out something that is also unfair. You see that Cloister? You remember when I had it against Brassius and I didn't do anything in that first or second moment. See, if you watched Pokemon Challenges, hardcore no deaths Nuzlocke of this game, or Scarlet, he had a Cloister, right? He used it to sweep through Hustle. And there's a certain thing that Cloister can do. You can reteach a couple of moves. You're gonna see them in a moment. But if you remember, then you remember. So because of that, I've decided to include the entire losing attempt as a change of pace, you know? Every time I skip them, let's see how the mind changes, how I mix it up. So I am still gonna keep using Aurora Veil. It's a great move, gotta admit, especially if you have light clay to make it 8 turns. Kind of impressed by how much damage Blizzard does, but then again, it's normally effective. I keep forgetting that it's normally effective against fighting types. Anyway, we got Passimian next. I don't know if you really saw the screenshot, but I found a bunch of them in the bamboo grove nearby. It's pretty cool. I think it was I think it's a Violet exclusive, and in Scarlet you can get Aura and Guru, which is different. I mean, Clavel had it, so we got to see both of them in action. And this one is not as impressive. Alright, good job, Flapsalot. Again, I named it Flapsalot because the Frostmoth you get, the Snom that becomes a Frostmoth that I got from a trade is always going to be named Snowsalot, so it's like they're the opposite names. Because Obama Snow is the one who makes it snow, and Frostmoth is the one who flaps. It flaps its big, beautiful wings. Come to think of it, there are quite a few moth Pokemon in this game. And I think I like them all. They're really cool. And maybe sometime I'll do a moths only run. I can definitely do that. Maybe trade with Baseball Boy or maybe someone else with Scarlet and get that Volcarona ancient one, the something moth. I don't know what it's called. It's like a fighting fire thing. So it's kind of funny. It walks on its legs, but then it stands up to punch you in the face. It's pretty cool. But that's one of the past Paradox Pokemon you see. Ooh, a nasty critical hit there, but hey, lost that those defenses. I don't know if this. I have my phone. I can take a look, see, and look up the game here. If this thing has that move, that signature move. Let me see here. What am I doing here? Yeah, the signature move. Let's see, Rage Fist. That's it. The more you damage it, the more it gets angry, and the more it gets angry, the more it hurts you. Basically, like it's. I guess it's like a rollout, except it always hits, and instead of do it more and more, it does more and more damage. It just increases in damage when it gets hit. Something like that. That's the gist of it. Anyway, that thing's kind of slow. I'm always surprised how fast my Baxcalibur is. It's great. I gotta admit. Okay, what are we doing here? We got the the Lucario. So, unlike the other ones, this thing, as you know, is a special attacker. So I figured I'd go for another Glaive Rush. Hit it hard. It worked out pretty well. If it wasn't a Steel type, it would have been defeated. See, that's the power of Baxcalibur. Oh. But it is still... I mean, it's just kind of risky. Also, the thing about Baxcalibur is that it's not really fast. And Cloyster is not really special defensive, as you can see. However, it does have plenty of physical defense. And against a physical attacker like our good friend Primeape here, you can do a thing. Which is the reason why I included the entire losing attempt. We're gonna Shell Smash. So that Cross Trap might have defeated me if it got a critical hit. But it didn't even hit. So whatever. So, yet again, I am actually using Shell Smash, and this time, I'm doing it. We're going for Icicle Spear. And, I don't know if you really noticed, but Cloyster has a certain ability. So, instead of, occasionally hitting 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, with Cloyster and its ability, I forget what it's called, but it will always hit 5 times. So that's a 100 power move on a Pokemon with like a bunch of attack power and speed power. And I mean, the game speaks for itself, right? Oh man. And this was a barely, that thing barely got defeated. So this is just absurd. Yep, Icicle Spear again. So I have recorded after this, and I have to admit, I have to point out that there's no extra Team Star thing. You just rematch these people and that's it. Which is fine. I don't think you can rematch the what are they called? The Elite Four though, which is surprising because I think in some Pokemon games the only rematches you can do are the Elite Four champion. Let me see here. Look up the Bulbapedia. So I just decided instead of, I mean, even doing like half damage to this thing, I felt like that would be a bit too unfair. So you know what? We're gonna do a team effort here. You know, we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna get the Aurora. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it properly and take that hit. Yeah, Abomasnow, unlike Cloyster, does have a decent amount of special defense. Let me see. It's called the Academy Ace Tournament. Something. I'm not gonna say who is there. I'm just gonna say who I don't see, as in if I don't see the Elite Four people. Do. I see one of them. Just one, though. And he happens to be a professor. That's the thing, like, the professors join in. Which is cool, you know, you never fight them before, you got all these new people. If you didn't go to school, you're like, oh, who's this? And that's pretty cool. That said, again, I wish we could rematch all of the Elite Four, because we're kind of missing out on, you know, that ground action, that steel action, flying types, but whatever, it's fine. Anyway, I wasn't sure what to go with. I don't even think that... Well, Ice Beam might have been a bit weaker than the others. I don't know. Flip Turn's a pretty cool move. It's like U-turn. Bit weaker, I think. Oh, the Aurora's still up, so that did not do too much. And at this point, I figured, you know what? Maybe I'll just rub it in. Oh yes, finished with an Ice-type move. Oh, that's cold. That's cold-blooded. Oh, except it's not the end. But the thing about Toxicroak is that it's a bad Pokemon. I just have to say it like that, because its moves are underwhelming, mostly. It's kind of slow, and its defense is not great. So bye-bye Froggy. You did nothing. Really, I mean, Aerie would have been more difficult if she didn't have that. Well, at least in her first battle. She could have had some other fighting type. I don't know which. Like, I really don't know which. She could have... Hawlucha, I guess? Yeah, I don't know if anyone has a Hawlucha in this game. Maybe Larry, like Elite Four Larry, but I don't remember. Anyway, you cannot climb this wall with that kind of checkered board on the map, the mini-map. That's gray, blue. Can't go there. That's the big wall. That huge canyon, like in Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. You know, it's like this gigantic canyon. Like it's so big, it's ridiculous. Anyway, what's also kind of ridiculous is just a bunch of items on these steps. Including a TM. It's a bit finicky to get to it, but I think I found another one. I forget what it's called, but Thunderbolt's great. Not exactly helpful against Aerie, really, but it'd come in handy for something. And I guess that's it. I think I found... Yeah, by that tree right in front of me, there's a TM. I forget which. I think I screenshot it later. Hopefully I'll remember to show those. Anyway, next is the tournament.